Refer to this figure. Determine the minimum value of IB that will produce saturation. A 0.25 mA, B 5.325 A, C 1.065 A, D 10.425 A. The correct answer is 10.425 A. A transistor amplifier has a voltage gain of 100. If the input voltage is 75 mV, the output voltage is A 1.33 V, B 7.5 V, C 13.3 V, D 15 V. The correct answer is 7.5 V. Refer to this figure. If VCE 0.2 V, I Csat is A 0.05 mA, B 2.085 mA, C 1.065 mA, D 7.4 mA. The correct answer is 2.085 mA. What is the ratio of IC to IB? A DC, B H-phase, C DC, D either DC or H-phase but not DC. The correct answer is either DC or H-phase but not DC. For normal operation of a PNP BJT, the base must be with respect to the emitter and with respect to the collector. A positive negative, B positive positive, C negative positive, D negative negative. The correct answer is negative positive. Refer to this figure. The value of VBC is A 9.2 V, B 9.9 V, C 9.9 V, D 9.2 V. The correct answer is 9.2 V. When a transistor is used as a switch, it is stable in which two distinct regions? A saturation and active, B active and cutoff, C saturation and cutoff, D none of the above. The correct answer is saturation and cutoff. The term BJT is short for A base junction transistor, B binary junction transistor, C both junction transistor, D bipolar junction transistor. The correct answer is bipolar junction transistor. For a silicon transistor, when a base emitter junction is forward biased, it has a nominal voltage drop of A 0.7 V, B 0.3 V, C 0.2 V, D VCC. The correct answer is 0.7 V. A certain transistor has IC 15 mA and IB 167. ADC is A 15, B 167, C 0.011, D 90. The correct answer is 90. Refer to this figure. The value of VCE is A 9.9 V, B 9.2 V, C 0.7 V, D 19.3 V. The correct answer is 9.9 V. What does DC vary with? A IC, BC, C both IC and C, D IC but not C. The correct answer is both IC and C. A BJT has an IB of 50 A and a DC of 75. IC is A 375 mA, B 37.5 mA, C 3.75 mA, D 0.375 mA. The correct answer is 3.75 mA. Refer to this figure. The value of VB is A 0.6 V, B 0.7 V, C 1.2 V, D 0.079 V. The correct answer is 0.7 V. What are the two types of bipolar junction transistors? A NPN and PNP, B PNN and NNP, C PPN and NNP, D PTS and STP. The correct answer is NPN and PNP. In this circuit, DC 100 and V in 8V, The value of Rb that will produce saturation is A 92K, B 9.1 m, C 100K, D 150K. The correct answer is 92K. The value of DC. A is fixed for any particular transistor. B varies with temperature. C varies with IC. D varies with temperature and IC. The correct answer is varies with temperature and IC. A transistor data sheet usually identifies DC as A Hv, B Hv, C IC, D VCE. The correct answer is Hv. What is the ratio of IC to IE? A DC, B DC DC1, C DC, D either DC DC1 or DC but not DC. The correct answer is either DC DC1 or DC but not DC. Refer to this figure. The value of DC 100 and V in 8V determine I Csat. A 18 mA, B 7.92 mA, C 1.8 mA, D 8A. The correct answer is 7.92 mA. Which of the following is true for an NPN or PNP transistor? A IEIBIC, B IBICIE, C ICIBIE, D none of the above. The correct answer is IEIBIC. What is the order of doping from heavily to lightly doped for each region? A base collector emitter, B emitter collector base, C emitter base collector, D collector emitter base. The correct answer is emitter collector base. In what range of voltages is the transistor in the linear region of its operation? A 0 VCE, B 0.7 VCE VCE max, C VCE max VCE, D none of the above. The correct answer is 0.7 VCE VCE max. The magnitude of dark current in a phototransistor usually falls in what range? A mA, B A, C Na, D Pa. The correct answer is Na. A 35 mV signal is applied to the base of a properly biased transistor with an RE8 and RC1K. The output signal voltage at the collector is A 3.5 V, B 28.57 V, C 4.375 mV, D 4.375 V. The correct answer is 4.375 V. What is our common faults in a BJT-based circuit? A opens or shorts internal to the transistor. B open bias resistors. C external opens and shorts on the circuit board. D all of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. The DC load line on a family of collector characteristic curves of a transistor shows the A saturation region, B cutoff region, C active region, D all of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. Refer to this figure. Determine the minimum value of Vin from the following that will saturate this transistor. A 13.21 V, B 12.51 V, C 0.7 V, D 9.4 V. The correct answer is 13.21 V.